Hello everyone and welcome! Welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. This happens every year, so nobody should be surprised at this point that I only come around when, you know, the holidays come around. I try and I'm gonna try really hard next year, or this year coming up, to have an actual schedule. But for now, that's not why we're here. No, that's not why we're here. We are here for a genuine life update. Because again, it's been a really long time. My life has had some ups and downs. It's got a lot of spikes shooting straight down, but a couple little doop, 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 you know what I mean? For this video, to make sure I stay on track, I even created a script, if you will. It's just a list of things I wanted to talk about. Let's get into the life portion. Life. How has my life been? Well, for one, I graduated from undergrad. I now have a bachelor's in psychology, so that's great. After that, I actually ended up getting a job in ABA therapy, and it was great. It was really cool, but it was a lot for my first time, like having a real big girl job, if that makes any sense. I liked it. I loved it. Working with kids is great. But sometimes it's a little too much, you know? You know what I mean? After the ABA job, I actually am now currently an instructional aide for 4th grade. It's so great and it's so much fun and I absolutely love it. Being able to connect with the kids and, you know, just get to know them and their quirks, and also every time they get to color, I get to color. It's super great. And I'm really good at making copies now. Essentially, I just help the teacher, and whatever the teacher needs, I will do it. If teacher's like, go make me 500 copies of this, I will go make 500 copies of that. If the teacher says, hey, sit next to that kid and help them, I go sit next to the kid and I help them. It's super great. It's super fun. I love the environment. I love the people. I love the kids. It's great. I love it. Along with now becoming an instructional aide, I also started my master's. Yep, that's right. Your girl's going back to school. I'm getting my master's in counseling and school counseling, mental health counseling actually, and then also school counseling added to that. So that way, if I want to do school counseling, I totally can. But my main goal is to get my master's in mental health counseling, so that way I can become a therapist and get my licensure and all of that jazz, because I really do want to become a therapist. It's been my lifelong dream since the 7th grade actually, so. And speaking of therapy, I'm going to bring up my mental health. How has that been? How has that been for me? Remember how I mentioned there's a lot of spikes going down? Well, if you just put 2 and 2 together, you might be able to figure out where I am mentally. I have been trying my very best to stay positive, but a lot of things in life get in the way, and sometimes being positive is very hard, but I'm fine. And I will tell you why I'm fine, because we're moving on to the next segment, which is, of course, K-pop. If you can see to this side of me, I have a list here. You can't really see the whole thing. But I went to a lot of concerts this year, and I'm very happy about it, because that is what the little spikes up are. Every little spike up, I went to a concert. First of all, let's talk about last year, 2021. I left off last year seeing BTS in LA, floor seats right next to the stage. Anyway, it was so fun and I absolutely loved it. And I was like, oh my god, this is the last time I'm gonna see them. Wrong. Now we get into this year. 2022. Started the year off strong with Twice. February 15th. It was like supposed to be my last hurrah before I started a new job and, you know, became an adult. Wrong. Twice was amazing. I absolutely love Twice. I'll put some pictures somewhere, maybe videos, maybe a little segment or something, I don't know. But Twice was amazing. I absolutely love them. My heart. Next, We saw BTS again, but in Las Vegas. I went to both of the little pop-ups and it was so much fun. And I also gave out freebies again. I think I talked about Las Vegas actually. I think BTS Las Vegas has their own video. So if you'd like to go check that out, go to my channel. BTS Las Vegas, absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. So fun. So fun. That was April 17th and that was so much fun. We also went to go see the little Rocky Rocks because I've never seen those before. And I only went because RM went, so. Next, we got Twice Encore. That's right, we went to Twice again, but this time it was on my birthday and it was so much fun. I actually went with other people this time. Yeah, isn't that shocking? I usually go to K-pop concerts alone. I actually usually go to many things alone, but this time I went with my boyfriend and our friends and it was super, super fun. It was like, it was so cool. We got to go see them. We were like really close to the stage.
One, two, three, go! It's not over!
And then we stayed up until like 3 a.m. We went to go get Korean food because it was a 24-hour place, which I didn't know existed, which was really cool. But anyway, I got home at like 3 a.m. from LA and it was interesting. Next, we're jumping all the way to August. Now, I spent a weekend in LA because I went to KCON, my very first KCON, and it was super, super fun. And guess what? I got high touch with ATEEZ. It was my very first high touch. I've never had a high touch before, and it was with ATEEZ. ATEEZ. That's literally the only reason why I went to KCON is because I knew ATEEZ was going, and I didn't even go to the concert part because that shit was expensive. Day one of KCON was when I had the meet and greet with ATEEZ, and it was super fun. They even had this little like splurbity blurb thing where Sun and Wooyoung came to one of the little stages and did a little dancey dance, and it was so good and they were so amazing. I absolutely love them. Again, pictures will be pictures, videos, whatever. It's gonna be up here. Don't worry, you'll see it. Yeah, and then I went to like the little booths, got a little free sample. I met the owners of Choice Music, which was pretty cool. I bought some makeup. Yeah, KCON was great. KCON was amazing. I also saw a couple groups. I have no idea who they are, but I got really close to them and they're pretty cute. But again, I don't know who they are, so. Kepler was also there, but I didn't really get to see them. But they're really pretty. I saw them from afar. So anyway, back to ATEEZ. When the time came, we got in line, we waited for a while, we got in there, and then they all came out on stage and they were really close, and I was like, ah. And then the unthinkable happened. Okay, I was standing in the crowd filming them, right? And I kept looking over at all of them, trying to make sure I can memorize their faces and what they look like in real life, because when is this ever gonna happen again? I don't know. Spoiler alert, it did happen again. Just wait, I'll explain. So anyway, I'm filming them and I keep looking at Hongjoong and I'm like, oh, he looks so nice. Very cute, let me wave, haha. And then as I'm waving, I'm looking at everyone else and then I look again and I make eye contact with the man. And the man is dead ass, boom, right into my eyes. And he's like, I'll post the video so that way you can see. But it was, it was amazing.
어떤 노래 선물했을지 기대 많이 해주세요.
네.
그럼 우리 가봅시다.
And then they like lined us all up and stuff, and we went through, and we had the plastic thingies because of COVID and stuff. I wore a mask. Don't worry, y'all. I wore a mask. But we like, you know, hi, I love you, you know, all that jazz. And then Wooyoung, I went up to Wooyoung and I was like, oh my god, you should dye your hair red, because at the time my hair was red. Right now it's kind of like a fuchsia pink. Anyway, I was like, you should dye your hair red. And then what did he do the next week? He dyed his hair red. I'm not saying it's me. I'm not saying I told him and he listened. But You do the math. Yeah, KCON, amazing. Another spike up. And then we bring ourselves to October the 6th. I was actually not supposed to go to the show, but 2 days before the show, I got a notification and it was like, hey, NCT 127 tickets are, you know, they're still there. You want to get them? And I was like, no, I can't. But I did. And the view I had was really, really cool. And I'm so glad I went last minute because I love NCT 127 and I genuinely don't know when I'm going to see them again. You know, like genuinely, because NCT and SM, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm getting at? SM? Please have more concerts. I went, it was so amazing. I saw Johnny strip. I saw Johnny strip. It was amazing. It was amazing. So was everyone else. Anyway, I love NCT. I'm so glad I got to see him. The vibe was amazing. I didn't have a light stick, but it didn't matter. It was okay. It was fun. Anyway, you know what I mean? Next is not K-pop, but one of my childhood favorites, and that's My Chemical Romance. I saw My Chemical Romance and my little childhood dream came to life. I love My Chemical Romance. It was so amazing. I wanted to cry. I almost did, but I didn't. Last but not least, we have ATEEZ. I saw ATEEZ twice. The first day and the second day. On the first day, I sat in the seats and I was still pretty close. It was at the Forum. No, it wasn't. It was at Honda Center. It was at the Honda Center. And I'll get into it later. Anyway, the first day I was seated and I was really close to the stage still. Like, well, not really close, but you know, relatively close. I could see everything and it was amazing. And they were amazing and I loved them. Mwah. Anyway, day 2, however, I am probably most likely never going to get general admission again for floor because that was insane. Actually, you know what? Where I stood for general admission was not that bad. It was just the organization of the stadium itself was horrendous. It was raining that day. It was windy. Me and a whole bunch of other fans were stuck in that rain. I had an umbrella. You couldn't tell. I was soaked head to toe in rainwater. It was horrendous. And the staff was literally just looking at us like not trying to comfort us, not trying to check on us or anything. It was horrendous. And not only that, but beforehand, me and a bunch of other girls were lined up already and they're like, no, this isn't gonna work. You have to do it by number, which I get. But on the website, it said, if they're not here by this time, whatever line is formed and we'll honor that. But they didn't honor it. They made us rearrange ourselves. They didn't even help us rearrange ourselves. They did not help organize anything at all. It was awful. But then we got inside and then we saw sound check. My first time having sound check. It was so cool. Yeah, pictures, videos, you know. And then the concert started and it was so cool and I met a bunch of girls and they were so cool. I love it. It was the energy there was just so much fun. I genuinely think this ATEEZ concert that I had was the most fun concert I've ever been to. Most fun K-pop concert I've ever been to. And that's saying a lot because I fucking love BTS. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, BTS concerts are fun, but ATEEZ fans, ATEEZ, they're so friendly. They're so nice. and ARMY, they're ARMY, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So those are all the concerts I went to. KCON doesn't really count as a concert, but I'm counting it because I got my YN moment, okay? Part 2 of the K-pop segment. I've bought a lot of albums this year. A lot. Too many, one might say. But that's okay. It's okay. It makes me happy. It's those little spikes that I was talking about that made me happy. I've also started collecting the BTS photo folios. I got that big ass box to put them in too. And it came with this super cute calendar for next year. I don't know how to show you without ripping it, but so there's that. I've collected a lot more photo cards. I now have 2 binders. One is strictly for BTS, which is pretty much like it's already getting full. And then the other is for all my other groups, which I think I'm gonna have to get more binders because I love Twice as well, and ATEEZ. So maybe I should get 2 more binders. One for ATEEZ, one for Twice. And then that one is for all the... Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Now let's talk about social media. I have a lot of social media. Again, one might say a little too much, but I want to plug it all here because I've started some new things this year and I really want to stay with them next year. One of those things is, of course, my YouTube channel. I am going to try really hard to stay on schedule, and my plans for this channel is just to continue doing vlogs. As you know, this is the Christmas time, so obviously we're gonna have our usual Vlogmas. I'm not even gonna call it Vlogmas anymore. It's literally the day before Christmas Eve vlog, and what I got for Christmas. It's literally 3 videos. And that's just what it's gonna be forever. Definitely more vlogs, definitely more unboxings. I'm gonna try to do some more reactions, but those usually get flagged for copyright, which not like I make money off of these videos anyway, but I would like it to not be copyrighted. You know what I mean? I do want to try to post some of my gaming content on here, but I think I might actually want to keep that strictly for Twitch, which brings me to my next piece of social media. I have started streaming on Twitch. Again, the link will be below. Everything that I'm talking about, the links will be below, unless it's for concerts. Sorry. I don't have links for those. I wish I did. So yeah, Twitch. It's really fun. I absolutely love streaming because I don't have to edit anything. I can just play, you know, I chat with whoever's watching, and it's great. I love it. It's really soothing and honestly has become a really good de-stressor for me. Unfortunately, I don't get to do it a lot, so I don't get to de-stress a lot. And so with that, I actually made a second Instagram for my... Okay, I shouldn't say second Instagram. I've made a lot of Instagrams. We'll get to it. I made another Instagram called Desiree 2.0. If you would like to follow it, it gives you updates on this channel. It gives you updates when I stream. It gives you updates on like my other social media accounts, if that makes any sense. Essentially, the Desiree 2.0 is just for my subscribers and followers to follow that account versus my personal one. And I say personal in quotes because it's not a private account. It's still public because that's just how it is, you know? Along with that, I also started to post my journal content, which again, I will do also more journal videos. I would also like to start streaming when I journal and stuff, just because, I don't know, again, it's a big de-stressor for me, so I think journaling and streaming would be double whammy de-stressor. So I started an account for my journal, and it's called My Hope World _ I think. Something like that. I'll have it on here. I'll have it down in the description. But I am trying to keep it as aesthetically pleasing as possible to make it cute and whatever. Again, I love it because it's another de-stressor for me. I'm able to share what my journal looks like without having to post a video about it all the time. It actually helps me maintain my journal as well. And I know I said it's a de-stressor, so there shouldn't be any pressure on it, but it becomes a stressor when I'm not able to keep up with it. So yeah, anyway, My Hope World, whatever I called it, check it out, please. It's really cute, and I think it's really cute. But yeah. And now I want to talk about Desired Stationery, my stationery shop, my sticker shop, whatever you want to call it. I have not been creating or selling as much as I'd like. this past year again has been very busy, very crazy, very draining, if I'm gonna be completely honest. But again, that's one of my goals for 2023 is to get that up and running again, get it kind of consistent, make a schedule for myself. And I suck at schedules when it comes to things like that. But I really, really want to try and not just make stickers and sell them, but I would also love to make free templates or printable things that you don't really need to buy, just to get my name out there, just to get the desired stationery name out there. Because again, who doesn't like free stuff? You know what I mean? So yeah, my goal for 2023 is to keep up with all my social media. And I know that sounds like a lot, and social media is kind of draining in a way, but for me, it helps me express myself and be able to show what's going on in my life, but not my personal life, if that makes sense. The fun stuff, the things that make me happy, because I get to talk about the things that make me happy, like K-pop or my stickers or journaling and stuff like that. Another goal of mine for 2023 is to go to more K-pop concerts, a lot more. Unfortunately, BTS is going off in enlistment, but that's fine because there's other groups that I listen to. But yeah, that's what my life has been like. And obviously, if you can see, my space is different. I've got a new desk. I have a whole new setup. My background is coming together. It's a little messy in this little area right here because I was journaling. But I got a new shelf. I got BTS on there. I got albums on there. I am happy about my little space. This little space of mine right here, it helps me. It's involved in those little spikes up that I was talking about. But yeah, I hope you all continue to take this journey with me on this channel, even though I'm not here very often. But again, that's why I have so much social media. So if you'd like to keep up with my journaling, please follow that account. My stationery, please follow that account. You know, my Twitch, I would love it if you guys follow me on Twitch. I like to stream. I'm trying to stream more often because it is a little easier than YouTube because I don't have to edit anything. And I get to play games. I get to play Animal Crossing, so if you're into that, head there. I play Pokemon. I play a bunch of other PC games. But yeah, that's my life. That's my 2022. Haha. But okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please like this video. Share it if you want to share it with the world. And even subscribe. That would be amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!